Okay, today we're going to play a game called Pathologic, the HD re-release on Steam specifically, not the original, because that's about 1,000 years old at this point. This is a horror survival FPS RPG thing. It's one of those games that's very difficult to describe. It's been described to me as being very strange. It does indeed look very strange. And we're going to play it, and we're going to see how strange it is. I'm going to apologize to begin right at the start, though, because this game has no subtitles. So, you know.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means we're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Okay. So, that was pretty weird. They all seemed like assholes. Just in different ways. Can we go through here? Alright. I was told there was character selection, so I'm guessing this is all three of the people we just looked at. This character is only unlocked after you finish The Bachelor or the Horospex storyline? Alright, fine. Alright, The Bachelor. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However smart and virtuous the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it is no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. Okay. That's like not actually, this description is not about him at all, but okay. How do they call upon the Menko, the faithful of a warden kin? Known by their hands, for they are butchers, known by their eyes, for they are surgeons, they who follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin, they who speak to adros, they who know the secret art of horseby. What is a horspex? Reading the future in the entrails. He knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body, his steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A horspex can tell a true line from a false one that is entrusted with power. A horspex who is confused by his path gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. Alright. Let's go with the Bachelor? The horseback seems weird. No, let's go with the horsebacks.
Burak is coming back to his hometown after an absence of 10 years. Born to a family endowed with a caste right to cut living beings open, he was preparing himself for this line of work since childhood. Artemy's father, Isidore Burak, a wise man and philosopher well respected by the locals, had admitted to the limits of traditional knowledge and sent his son off to study modern medicine in the academy. Artemy has been traveling from town to town, learning theoretical and practical surgery for several years now. Suddenly, a mysterious letter appears with his father giving him notice of his impending demise and begging Artemy to return and accept succession. Unwilling to wait for a regular freight train, Artemy follows the rails through the steppe until he's caught up with by a small shunt locomotive. This is how young Harispex arrives in the town.
Okay. I got the impression he was a witch doctor, but okay. Apparently he's a doctor. Oh, sick sweater. Alright. Oh, it's like he's one with it. It's a very old game. This goblin. Yo. Wow, that went better than expected. Good job, Horspex. Artemy? That was his name, right? That was how you said it? I don't know. I don't know. It's all very Russian, I think. So that's a good start. I feel like this is gonna go well in this town. They only tried to murder us the second we arrived. Alright, from this point on forward, I am the eldest member of the Burka family. A Menka, I am the heir to my father, Isidore Burka, a warden of the kin, the supreme Menka of many years. The inheritance of my father will nourish my mind and my body alike. It is a question of life and death for me to claim it, for it will imbue my desolate existence with reason. God, this guy. Look on the fucking bright side, will ya? Oh my god, I'm in the way of something. Behind me, there is something that says there's a health and a reputation bar. Our reputation bar is, like, practically empty. I can't fix it because the game doesn't run that well. I will fix that in the future. I am one of the Menka, those who know the lines, those who open up the body, those who link the earthly to the under-earth. Okay. The duty of the Menka is to serve the children of Badou, to interpret coincidence, to point out decisions informed by wisdom. The very reason of my existence is to carry out this duty. Who will I become if I fail to bind my destiny with my father's calling? I've got no tasks. That's apparently our mission. Okay. Let's go. In which the Horsepex returns from a rightful heir into a dangerous criminal. Well, we did just kill a few people. So these are delightful. Alright. So, Burka, you're almost dead. I mean, I don't know what this thing would sound like, because I wasn't really expecting this to be alive. You're almost dead. Got a few more minutes left to live. I'm here to solemnly announce that. Are you with that crowd? No, of course not. They were but peaceful townspeople. Craftsmen, factory workers, kind sons and fathers. Did you see that one guy? One of them was a goblin, first off, so I don't believe it. I'm far more dangerous. I'm the Mask of Fate. Well, I would believe that you are more dangerous. Some peaceful townspeople, why did they try to kill me? My friend will explain that. So what did you want to tell me? You've been hit on the head several times and the locals have heavy fists. Not sure you've noticed already, but you've got 4 stab wounds, one of them seemingly rather grievous. Massive blood loss, too, and the local climate doesn't allow for too much strain. Any heart conditions? Aren't you a funny guy? Well, your health is in a sorry state. Am I wrong to suspect you haven't eaten for a couple of days and had no sleep last night? Your expression betrays you. Your hunger and exhaustion are also critical. I wonder which of these unfortunate afflictions will become the end of you first. So what's your plan? If I'm to die, so be it. Fucking hell, Horsepex. Cheer up. What would you recommend? You'll need a first aid kit to restore your health. Oh, well, thanks. Or at least some bandages or tourniquets. They'd stop the bleeding. Painkillers would help you make it even further. Where do I get them? You can mug the passers-by or barter with them. Well, alright. I like how the first option is mugging. Children will gladly trade most valuable things in exchange for what others consider junk. Moreover, our drunkards usually have bandages on them. When you're a drunk, it always makes sense to be prepared for a fight. Because drunk people are well known for this analytical thinking, aren't they? When they're hungover, however, they'd sell their own sistle for a bottle of water. Water is scarce here. Yeah, this town is supposed to be afflicted by some kind of horrible plague, by the way. Is that enough to make it to the evening? Where do I get water? There's often some left in the water barrels, enough to fill an empty bottle if you have one. Okay, go on. You're also very hungry, aren't you? Very hungry. You don't have to mug people to sate your hunger. Food can be found in shops, although your reputation would preclude you from enjoying their hospitality. On the other hand, a whole warehouse of meat was robbed yesterday. It was unlocked for shipping procedures. What's hurt my reputation so much? An unfortunate misunderstanding. I wouldn't be so rash as to call it slander, but it looks very much like it. Tell me about it. My friend will do it better. That's his part. My job is explaining to you how to keep your body in working condition. Alright, go on. If any of the noble townspeople trusts you enough, you can always sleep at their place. Just remember that you're an outlaw for now. The only person who believes you is Vlad Olgimsky. Olmsky? Olgimsky? Vlad? I'll show you where he lives. You can get some sleep at his mansion. Don't forget to apply bandages before that. Unless dying in your sleep is the career opportunity of your choice, that is. Thank you. Be careful. Dodge strangers. They're afraid of you now and will attack you in a heartbeat. Don't trust anyone. Speak to my fellow executor. Okay. He wanted to have a word with you. Okay. Oh, what's that? What? This is the Lump, the Olmski's manor. It is the home of Big Vlad. Big Vlad! Who my father talked about in his letter, at least it was 10 years ago. Well, I guess we're gonna go there. Where are we? Is this us? Where the fuck are we? Is this us? This must be us, because we're at the railway station. Okay, so we gotta get over there at some point. Alright, so, what's up? Oh yeah, that's... This is fine. I would stay in this town. This is fine. Welcome to your hometown, Warden. It's been a long time since you've been here. You probably don't even remember the spicy odor of the twire in the air. Yeah. Do you know why you were attacked? No. You've been mistaken for another person. They're looking for a murderer. Oh, so that's why they were so into killing us, was it? I thought it was just because they were assholes. My bad. A very important and well-respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved the deceased more fervently than some children loved their fathers. Don't be too hard on them for their outburst. Don't be too hard on them for, like, trying to murder you or anything, you know. Imagine how upset they're gonna be when they find out that we killed them as well. Should I also feel sorry for them? Apologize, perhaps? They are naive. In towns like this, reputation is everything. But books are judged by their covers here. You must get by swimmingly, then. Even after the last page is turned, no one is going to examine you in detail. A minor rumor here, a gossip there, and you're a public enemy already. You've got zero reputation. The only option available to you is living with the consequences of this. I feel like I might have picked the harder character somehow. What should I do? Restore your reputation. Do that now, and at any other time it becomes too low. People are foolish and weak. Alright, so they think I'm a murderer. Right. What exactly do you plan or suggest I do to reverse their opinion on that? Oh yeah, so he's that murderer, but man, he went and got me some milk from the store yesterday, so I think he's an upstanding gentleman. People are weak and foolish. One day you're beaten to a pulp and laughed at, the next you are worshipped. As for the third day, well, I think you've caught my drift. What I'm saying is, any misdeed can be atoned for, and you'll be loved just as fervently as you were hated. How do I restore my reputation? Do good deeds. The town is small, rumors spread like fire, growing hundredfold in the process, and they're spreaded by children too, so your reputation will be restored. Just don't be wasteful with it. It's fragile. What makes it low? The decrease of your reputation depends first and foremost on the number of living beings you've made less than living. Damn. Things are not looking good for us right now, then. It also depends on how you influence the people whose fates are bound to yours. You'll meet those special people. They're called the Bond sometimes. A silly custom, but a useful one. Special people? 30 or so. Each of them possessing their own unique traits. All of them hate one another. All of them are habitual liars. This sounds like a fucking great town. I definitely want to hang out here. The fucking crow statues are really inviting. All of them deserve to live, yet some of them are incompatible. Someone has to die so that another may live. And you know what that means. How will I recognize these people? It's not hard. They're striking personalities, locally famous, even though not all of them are of noble descent. Beggars, outcasts, little children even. Bound to be a little closer to perfection than the common crowd. These are the ones blessed with what we call an AI. I see, thanks for the advice. I don't like you, you're putting on quite unimpressive airs. Yes, sentient crow statue. Did you know that you're putting on airs right now? Okay. Okay, so we've got to go and, like, stop dying. Are these people going to be upset with me? What's happening now? What's happening? He's doing pretty well for somebody who's been grievously stabbed. I guess we eluded them. Great job, us.